shooting death 3 years ago of Patrick Lyoya, who was black, became racially charged with protests and marches and visits by civil rights leaders.
Today, a mostly white jury was chosen in the trial of former Grand Rapids police officer Christopher Schurr, who is white.
Target 8 investigator Ken Kolker was in court for the jury selection and explains the process behind that selection.
The makeup of the jury includes 10 whites, 3 Hispanics, and a woman who identified herself as biracial.
We love you! We love you!
Kent County Commissioner Robert Womack, who's become close to Patrick Lyoya's family, sat next to Lyoya's father for part of the jury selection. He's been part of the protest and the marches. Civil rights activist Reverend Al Sharpton spoke at Lyoya's funeral demanding justice and police reform.
To fight for justice and freedom.
Womack says he grew worried when he did not see any African Americans being called into the jury box for questioning. Then this morning, the woman who identified herself as biracial joined the jury.
At least by the end, they had one African American on there. We just want to make sure there's some representation on the jury. We've always questioned the jury pool for years, making sure that it's representative of the whole community.
The court randomly picks jurors from a list of licensed drivers and those with state ID cards across the county, not focused on any single community. In Kent County, about 10% of the population is black.
You have incidents happening in the heart of Grand Rapids urban area, and the majority of the people who you might put on a jury may come from as far as Cedar Springs. They can come from anywhere in Kent County. So it's definitely going to be a challenge, but we're going to trust the jury system.
In this case, the initial jury pool was 200.
It was a very diverse group, and then they're chosen at random to come on up.
To sit in the jury box for questioning by the prosecution and defense, and for possible selection.
It's hard to tell what the racial makeup is. I don't question people on what their racial makeup is. I mean, you have eyes, you can see what the racial makeup is, but it's really not a concern, and it shouldn't be a concern for either side. So whether they're black or white, it doesn't matter as much as what their answers were.
He says the case is not, quote, race-based.
Obviously, race is always an issue. It's part of the fabric of our society, but it's not going to be an issue in the case, other than what the personal experiences of the jurors are.
The 14-member jury, which includes 2 alternates, is made up of 4 men and 10 women. They include 3 nurses, a graphic designer, 2 janitors, a code enforcement officer, and a retired bank teller, among others. Both prosecutor Chris Becker and the defense told the judge they were satisfied with the jury.
We're pleased with the jury and we'll be ready to present evidence.
Prosecutor Chris Becker refused to comment today. The trial is expected to begin on Monday and could take up to 2 weeks. In Grand Rapids, Ken Kolker, News 8.
We will have team coverage of the Schurr trial beginning Monday.
Be sure to follow our continuing coverage on air, online, and streaming on Wood TV+.